For many people, the thought of their loved ones having to pay for their funeral is a scary one. With rising funeral costs and other debts you may have, leaving your family with your bills after you pass away can seem overwhelming. This is where final expense insurance can help. Final expense insurance, also known as burial insurance, is designed to help families with burial costs after their family member passes away. It can be a great way to ensure that your loved ones are taken care of financially after you're gone. However, it's important to understand how this type of insurance works before deciding. There are two costs you need to analyze to decide whether burial insurance is worth it to you. 1. What expenses are you expecting to cover? 2. Cost of premiums. How much are you able to afford in your monthly budget? To decide whether final expense insurance is worth it to you, you need to start by comparing the cost of your end-of-life expenses with the cost of burial insurance. Final expense insurance does what it's intended to do: provide peace of mind that final expenses such as funeral costs or unpaid end-of-life expenses will be taken care of after you pass away. For many people, that's more than worth the cost of monthly premiums. Next, it's wise to consider the cost of premiums and if you can afford them in addition to other expenses. With burial insurance, how much you pay in premiums depends on your age, health, gender, and the size of the policy. With funeral costs rising every year, many families struggle to know how much money to set aside for a funeral. As of 2023, the average funeral ranges from $8,000 to $10,000, in some states as high as $14,000. Because of this, we often see families opting for a cremation instead of a burial, which can save families considerable money. However, many still struggle to come up with the funds needed for a cremation, which can cost between $3,000 to $5,000. With the cost of funerals being as high as they are, for many, it can seem overwhelming when considering how to pay for a loved one's funeral. With burial insurance, some policies can cover up to $35,000, but the average policy is $10,000. This means that with a final expense policy, you will be able to cover the majority, if not all, of your funeral costs.